Guys, so another chit chat video. Today we're going to be talking about gimmicky makeup. There is so there is so much you can go on this when it comes to gimmicky makeup. And I used to totally fall for a lot of the traps back in the day, especially when they first started doing it. I totally did. But there are certain types of things that just drive me nuts, and like I can't stand it. Like there's so many things. I'm going to touch on some products here, but I so many of them. There's so many. And to a point, you can have some gimmicky makeup, but then it comes to past a point where it's just that's too much. One of the things, okay, that I don't know why, but it bugs me is the advent calendars for makeup where you have this little mini, and they're really expensive for these little tiny little things. I don't know why, I'm just not a fan. I think I've gotten one before as a Christmas gift, when I was maybe 18, 19. So little that it's not worth the amount of money that they want, because a lot of times they're $50 to $100. Some of these can be depending on the brand and the sizing of them and the type it is. I don't know why, there's something about it, it just drives me nuts. And some of the holiday collections that come out, back in the day, I feel like there used to be a really solid core of holiday collections. But I noticed something when it comes to especially the past couple of years. I feel like brands, and there's several brands that do this, when they go for the weird gimmicky things that don't really make sense, where you could really only use them around Christmas time. I mean, you don't have to, but but the quality is not the same in the holiday sets as it is in their everyday stuff that you can buy. And there's a lot of brands that do this, and it becomes really obvious and apparent even by the way it looks. You could touch it, you could see it in the store. It just is not the same, where it's what is this huge price tag for something that seems like it could be sold at the dollar store? And there's no shade to the dollar store, but at the same time, if you are asking $60 to $80 for this little holiday kit, and it is 1 to 5 below quality, that is a problem. And there's a lot of brands that do that, and I find that to be kind of gimmicky, where they make it look all really cool and oh, you want this, and they always really make I'm not a big fan of swatches. That's why I stopped doing them on my channel. I used to do them a lot, but just because some swatch is good doesn't always mean it's gonna work. Okay, doesn't always mean it's gonna work well, and you don't know how much they really put into that. Because I fell into a few holiday things, because for a while there I feel the holiday stuff would still be just as good and would just be a really great value just for the holiday deal. There is still some brands though, by the way, who do still do high quality good stuff, and it doesn't lose its thing, and it is a good value. There is still some brands who do that, but at one point they used to be really just a great value, where you'd be able to try, so you get a mascara, maybe the primer, a palette, maybe a face palette. It came with stuff as big, full size things as well as that, but normally it'd be just the size, the price of a palette or a face palette, around that $50 price point, and it would still be a great deal, because you'd get these, maybe it was a mascara and eyeliner or something, and it was a great deal, and they would all work fantastically. But something I noticed lately, they're just not as good. They're more the trial sizes, and the quality of them is just not at all what they used to be. It doesn't even seem like it would be minus the packaging, it wouldn't even seem like that was that brand's formula for products. And it's something that's become very abundantly more apparent lately, and a lot of people I've seen talk about this, and I agree. It tends to be a thing now, and it's a little gimmicky because they focus so much, and I feel on all this packaging, or say if they do something with maybe a celebrity or a movie or some sort of something, it tends to lose its quality. Not with all things. I will say they release a lot of products. However, I do feel a lot of ColourPop's collabs that they do with all the different what do you call it, different movie things, and do stuff with Disney. I actually feel their quality is still there while keeping that. So not all brands do it. They do release way too much. I love ColourPop, okay? I love them to death, but they just release a little bit too much for me. But I do still think their quality is still pretty good. Some of their palettes don't really call to me, because they're just kind of really boring. But that's just me. That's me. Some might be too boring for me, and then some might be too bright, where it just all depends on the person. But they definitely got a palette for everybody. But and at least they don't make it so it's ridiculously expensive. But some of these brands, though, I feel like they focus so much on this packaging that it ends up being pretty much like a $5 product that they're trying to make it seem like it's like this really exquisite thing and it's all fancy, but really it's not a good product. And a lot of people start to notice that, and it does seem kind of gimmicky after a while. Another thing, like, I fell into it, okay? I fell into it for a second. I'm not a fan no more. Um, and then I got out of it. Was like the whole like holographic look, as well as like the rainbow highlighter look. More so the rainbow highlighter look, because like when you really go to put that on, it really don't look good. It don't look good. It looks beautiful, beautiful in the pan. And I totally, give credit where credit's due. Whoever first did that, I think it was an indie brand. It's so beautiful looking. And if you're somebody who likes that really creative makeup look, I think you would like that. I think that'd definitely be something for you. However, then every single makeup brand had to then copy it and then all do it, and then it becomes like really gimmicky, where it's like, oh, this. And I hope that's making sense in what I'm trying to say. It's no need to shade anybody, but it's like once somebody sees like something's going well, that everybody's got to make it, and then it becomes an overdue of everything, and it becomes too much. And to be honest, some brands do better things than others. Like some might do good at mascara, some might do great at their eyeshadow palettes. Some might have great complexion products. Like every brand will have more of their high point, what's good and what's bad on them. And it might be something that works for you, and that'll all differ depending on person to person for the most part. But there is some, I think, that go a little bit too gimmicky. They see it and then they just run with it and they try to make it themselves as well. And a lot of times it also ends up being way past the point of the trend, where it's like, all right, now it's been like a year, nobody's doing this anymore, so it's not really a thing, but they just got to it. I will say, like, some of the gimmicks with the whole, it's weird to me, and I'm not trying to hate on it. If you got any of it, okay, like, I'm not hating, but it becomes too much with the constant collabs lately, and it's like really weird. Like with different like food companies. Like, I don't know if anyone else knows it, with different cereals and drinks, and it's really strange. It's weird. I don't know why. I find it weird. Like when I think of things, like, granted, I loved, okay, the Sweet Peach palette. I still do. I used mine up to death. I like a lot of the peach stuff. I actually have the peach foundation on now. But there's kind of like a difference where even some people find that gimmicky, and fair point, okay? Like, I like it, but fair point if you do find that gimmicky. But like there's a difference between doing fruit and kind of taking inspiration from like fruit, and then like I find it weird to be doing something with like, if it's like Mountain Dew and like, I don't know, like it's strange, like, or Fanta, and like, and it's to none of the brands in particular. It's no shade or anything, but it's a strange thing where it's like when I'm thinking makeup, I'm not really thinking of like a soda or like a food I'm eating, like, I don't know, like there's some things I think are cute. Like I wouldn't want them, but it would be cute to give like as a gift for like somebody who's maybe just starting off with makeup. Like there was like, it's like a cheeseburger palette by Makeup Revolution. No, that is gimmicky, and I wouldn't want it myself. However, I do know some, like if I knew somebody who was like younger, just starting to get into makeup, that's a cute little compact for them. It's fun, it's cutesy. It is a little gimmicky, yes, but it is more on that 50-50 side of things. But I do find it weird the collabs with some of these food brands. Maybe that's just me. I'd rather have it be like basics. I don't know, like more basic stuff. I'm getting so off topic, but mainly like the gimmicky things. I don't really like the advent calendars. I don't know why. It really bugs me. Maybe it's because I had a weird experience where I was like, they're just so little for so much money, and I swear they always look bigger, like when you see them advertised, and then like these little things that like really like sometimes you can barely even use them. They're like unusable, so it's like pointless. Also, I just think it kind of seems like ridiculous. Like they're pretty much sample sizes, and charging so much money for them, I mainly find that ridiculous. But I got off to so many points. This is a no shade to any brands or anything like that, to anything. I'm just, having fun. We're just talking. It's just my opinion of things. It's all fun. We can totally have different opinions. There's some things I love. There might be some things that you love, and that's okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe. And thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Bye.